In broken mirrors, I reflect in stolen skies. He says it ends.
Hey guys, this is Patrick with IdealHolsters, and I'm bringing you another recommendation by me. I want to start this video out by showing you a selection of my knives I switch out randomly throughout the week or month or so. And I'll decide, which one I want to carry today or whatever. And like I mentioned, to me, knives for guys are kind of like purses for women, and it's kind of fun just picking out what knife you want to carry and which one to fit into your system. So the main topic of this video, and it's kind of going to be like a review of a product, but I don't want to copy too many people that already do that, but I'll probably be hitting a lot of points like everybody knows Nothing Fancy. I kind of follow him. I listen to what his recommendations on knives and what to look out for in a blade. And not all the time do I fully agree on some of the blade choices he makes, and some of the blades I think are cool that he disses on, so I kind of go my own route. And there's probably one or two blades right here in front of you that he probably wouldn't, fully agree on, but for the most part, they're pretty much some of his favorites, and mine as well. So the main topic on this video is going to be what makes for a great EDC blade. What's a blade that you carry every day? What's the properties of it that make it great? What's its flaws? What's its cons? What's its pros? And I'm kind of going to hit on some of these on a product that I found today. I'll kind of just I'll share it here. I'll bring it into camera view. And also it's going to be kind of a video on what you get with an EDC blade when you don't want to purchase something online and you go to a store and you find on a shelf what you can get. So, like I said, these are some of my favorite blades. They're very lightweight. Besides this one, I'll get to that in a minute. But for the most part, the rest of them are very lightweight, great size, little blade shape, and they're very sharp and good steels and all that. And there are some different manufacturers in this pile as well. So I'm going to pull these out the way. I'm going to pull in the product that I want to discuss today. And that will be the Buck Nobleman. And the model number on that is 327. I found this knife at my local sports store, franchise store. It's not a locally owned one, family owned, but it's a franchise sports store, Academy Sports. I picked this off the shelf for about 25, 26 bucks out the door after tax. And what I have to say for it, it's a good knife. For what you get for the money, it's pretty excellent. It's something that I would want to use and carry every day. I don't know. We'll see by the end of this video. You'll see where I'm going with this. So I already had it out of the package. I'm going to take it out. Okay, so here's the knife out of the package. It's quite a slim knife. It's not a, there's no plastic really anywhere on the knife. And I have my tablet running here so I can keep up with specs and whatnot. But they claim the blade length is 2 5/8, and I honestly think that's not the full blade length. I think that's from tang to tip. You're looking at about no more than a 2-inch area of cut on that knife. It is a full flat grind, hollow ground. You see here. And the knife has a beautiful titanium finish on there. It's a coating that they put on to keep from corrosion, and it's actually quite nice. I love the blade shape. I think it's kind of what turned me on to the knife was the blade shape. Kind of got a little interested in it. The blade steel. This is where this review is going to kind of get ugly here on this knife. The blade steel is it's 440A stainless steel. For the ones who know or don't know, it's a Chinese produced steel. It's you know, it's adequate. I believe it's a Chinese produced steel. I think it might be an in-house, I'm not sure. No, I take that back, it is Chinese. It's a very soft steel, and it does rust very quickly because it has a good bit of carbon content inside the blade. But luckily, Buck puts the titanium coating on the blade to help slow that process down just a little bit. And there's your blade at your edge right there. Very sharp out of the box. Very sharp. Yeah, so it's, you know, 440A steel. It's not the best. It's not the worst. But for the price point, you know, it's a pretty good knife. And you're gonna get the same steel at that price range. It could be better. It could be HCR 13mm. I'd like to have that instead of the 440A. But Buck is pretty fond of that 440A and their cheaper blades. So the overall length here, let's get back to that. And I was going to talk a little bit about the chromium content and stuff in the steel, but I'll hit that in a second. Let's see here. The closed length is supposed to be 3 inches and 3/4. It's adequately small, folded up. You know, to compare it, I've got a SOG Flash 1. Okay, so they're about kind of around the same size. There you are, neck and neck. One on top of the other. The Buck is just a little bit taller, and it could or may be slimmer. Yes, it is slimmer. Okay, pillar construction. Here's your standoffs in the back. Blade centering, pretty good. And these are just key points that, you know, if you follow Nothing Fancy, these are some things he hits on. And it's something that now when I look at knives on the shelf like this, there's things I look for. Because I looked at this knife in the package, and this is the only one out of the 6 that are on the shelf that's centered like that. All the others were favoring to the left side. Okay, so he does have good points to keep an eye out for. And that's all those videos and this information are really for, just help you out. It is a frame lock, not a liner lock. Okay, and it's pretty good. You know, about half. And the pocket clip is tip up only. It's a good pocket clip, from what I can tell. I kind of like the pocket clip, hate the tip up, but it doesn't really bother me on a gentleman folder knife. This is kind of what I would classify this, or look at this knife as, a gentleman's folder. I mean, the name, Nobleman, so the clip's pretty good. You still got access to the, you know, your pivot point there. The clip kind of reminds me of, I'll pull out a knife here, of the Delica 4 by Spyderco. It's kind of got that deep spoon dip to it. Come here on the side, you'll see what I'm talking about. How it dips down, sweeps back up. That's what it reminds me of. And it's pretty good clearance there for some thicker pants. And you can see your thumb studs, how you can actually access them by looking at right there with your thumb. Your lock up and speed on the knife, from what I can tell, it's pretty good. It's fast. We got some phosphor bronze bushings in there. No nylon or Teflon crap in there. which I don't mind. It just scratches up your blade. Oh, there they are. Okay, so it does come with some phosphor bronze bushings. And this knife, at least mine, is saying it locks up very well. For a $24 knife, I mean, there's no movement in that blade. It also has a medium to small size stopping pin in the back. See there, and there's a notch in the back of the blade to accommodate for it. So, good blade for the money. Like I'm trying to say here is if you walked into a store and you needed a knife and you needed it now, this would be a good choice for the money. You know, Buck, they have lifetime warranty or forever warranty, so you couldn't go wrong with choosing Buck. Some of the sacrifices you're going to take is blade steel. You can go with a Kershaw. You know, it has HCR 13MOV steel. It's not the best or outstanding steel, but it's a lot better than 440A. Holds a wicked edge, very sharp, especially when you touch it up. You know, that's just something to think about. But getting back to that 440A steel, like I said, you just got it's going to rust, but with that coating that Buck puts on it, it's actually not too bad. I kind of like the knife, I'll be honest. Getting the downsides. Here we go. Alright, we'll move the package out the way. And we're going to bring in this. Now, I'm not very big or stiffler on weight. But it does matter. It does add up. I carry a lot of stuff in my pockets. And one of the newest things I've started carrying in my EDC is a multi-tool. And something else you can just walk into a store and pick up, especially from Academy Sports, is the Gerber dime. And I kind of had my eye out on this thing for a while. I put that little lanyard on there. It's a good multi-tool for 20 bucks. It only weighs about 2 ounces, I think. I'll weigh it here in a second. For comparison. And it has all the little tools and gadgets you need on it. You know, it's got your long nose pliers. You got a bottle opener right here, at the very end. It's pretty cool if you drink a lot, I guess. You got a package opener. Use some of that clamshell packaging. You got a cool little, nice little blade. Actually comes pretty sharp, at least mine did. Got a sheep foot design to it. And that's on that side. And you got some drivers. You got a flathead on this side. You got a file, plus a Phillips 2-dimensional. And on this side you got you some skizzers. Some skizzers. Okay. So it's got everything you really need. And it has a set of tweezers that suck balls, but they're there. Just pull them out. Anyway, so things like this you can walk up in the store and get, and they're actually pretty decent. Things like this you can walk up into the store and are pretty decent, but are they all what they're cracked up to be? And well, hold on, that's point right there, and this is what I'm trying to make here. You know, coming from the back of the back of the package, the weight on here they're listing at 2.6 ounces. Okay, there's your weight, 2.6 ounces. And I believe even on their website, I think they said like 2.4 or something. I can't remember. Let me find out for you. Yep. Okay, they got 2.6 on there. So that kind of grabbed my attention when I was looking at this knife. I was like, oh man, 2.6 ounces, and you got a $20 knife with a full flat grind, titanium coating, and you got a great lifetime warranty backed by Buck. How can you beat that? You know, and it's pillar construction, and it's a frame lock. So I was like, oh, I gotta try it. So I got it, and here's where it's getting bad for this thing. Let me pop on the scale for you. Now remember, Buck claims it's 2.6 ounces. Yeah. No, it's a full 3 ounces. Okay? It's a full 3. And if you wanted a round, you could say 3.1 ounces. So that's a big difference from 2.6 to 3. Some people would say not really, but yeah, it's, they should advertise it at what it is. So for that reason, I may be taking this little knife back. I noticed it kind of felt chunky in hand when I was holding it. And I said, you know what, well, just to take care of that, I can take my drill press and a nice drill and just drill out these liners. 3.1 ounces right there, okay, $24 knife. I'll sit it right here to the side. Okay. About the same blade length. Sog Flash 1 has about the same blade length. It's just not as a broad of a blade. Let's see if I can get the frame here. So it's dirty, been cutting tape. But it's a little bit bigger of a blade. About the same thickness. Sog's probably a little bit thinner. But you're looking at, about 1.2 ounces, I think this thing ran at. Yeah. 1.2 ounces. So there's where it starts to get iffy. But how much is this knife? About $40. They're not cheap for that little knife. You get an Aus-8 steel, full flat grind, no hollow grind. Yeah, so I mean, and you get SOG's warranty as well, which is just as good as Buck's, if not better. So you don't want to spend $40. So say you want to stay in the price range, about $20. Well, here's one for you. CRKT Lake, about $18 to $20 knife from offline at bladehq.com. It's a somewhat of a full flat grind with a hollow grind with a drop point. It's a good blade. ACR 14 MOV steel, higher chromium content. I'm not gonna lie, this knife here, I don't know if, can't remember if I talked about it or not on camera. But let's see if we can get up in there for you. If you see those holes right there, there's a hole, 2 hole. Flip it over here. Another 1 hole, 2 hole. I drilled these liners out. The knife was coming in about 3 something ounces, 3.5, 3.6, I can't remember. And I knew if I had milled out those liners, that would actually be the ideal weight. 3-inch blade. So see how much we got here. Yeah, remember 3-inch blade. The Buck's is 2 5/8. So let's drop the CRKT Lake Zytel handle. 2.8. And that's after I drilled the liners. So $20 knife, $24 knife, 2.8 ounces. Just different. So there's some comparisons. It's not much lighter, but you're getting a 3-inch blade, a lot bigger handle, more purchase, and you have a lockback LBS system by CRKT. You actuate that, you can't depress the lockback. So now we want to move up. Let's go up to more expensive. I know this is kind of boring. I'm kind of just rambling on about this. Got nothing planned here. Just thought it'd be interesting, okay? Let's wait one more time. Alright. 3.1 ounces. That's rounded. Now you got about $60 on hand. And you want a full-size blade. Tactical blade maybe at that. SOG Aegis, the full size, Aus-8. Black and satin finish, no TiNi coating on here or anything. This is a 3.5-inch blade, 3.2 ounces. So not even a full, not even a full ounce heavier than this. Look at the blade. Okay. You get assisted opening compared to phosphor bronze manual action. Look at that. There's your difference there. That's a good comparison, I think. Now, price-wise, yeah, no, this is way more expensive, but look what you get. A lot more blade for the weight. Okay. And to compare it to one more, we'll just go ahead and do the Spyderco Delica 4. And 3.1, Spyderco Delica 4, 2.3. VG10, full flat grind, a bit bigger blade, broader, larger handle. Skeletonized liners, got Zytel, checkered handles. 4-positionable clip, 4-way positionable clip. So, more expensive knife. Comparison to show you. And also, just to throw it out there, the Gerber dime, great multi-tool, throw in your back pocket, and you're going to be amazed by this as well. This is with lanyard, which doesn't make a big difference, but 2.4 ounces. Yeah, for that little sucker. I mean, it's small. Let's get the Flash 1 in here. That's with the Flash 1. It's small. So Buck Nobleman, you had a good try, you know, it didn't work out for you. You'll probably be back where you came from tomorrow, especially for 24 bucks. I could do else with that money. I had a Kershaw Leek, and I took it back. It was a black edition from Walmart. You know, I'm just trying to see what blades everybody can get from local stores, you know, and I'm just curious what's out there now. And the Leek was what I noticed. That's about, I think I walked out of there after tax, $53. That's an expensive knife. It is made in USA. It had Sandvik steel in it. I forget the full number, 416 something. It's quite lightweight. It was somewhat of a heavy knife, and I just hated the tip on it. Man, the tip on that thing was just paper thin. I think you could take on this mat and push down on it, it would have bent. So I went with this, just thought I can have a little rough user, but that's the, yeah, I mean, had a good run. I will say two cool things about this blade. Alright, show my fingers for two. That I found was different. Was the upward choil cut on the blade. Finger choil. You see this right here? That's actually a finger choil cutout. You put your finger in there and actually choke up if you're trying to cut up in a package or something. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Cool job on that buck. Also, this coating right here on the front of the blade, the upper part of the tang on the liner, it reminds me a lot of this material in coating on a fingernail file, on a travel kit. Looks about the same, don't it? Because I think it is. And I found this stuff right here actually to be pretty good to take your nails on and fix your nails a little bit. You know, I do carry a nail clipper on my keychain, so I mean, I thought that was just pretty cool. So it is kind of a gentleman's folder knife. You know, you can pull out, polish nails, I guess, and be, excuse me, be a little prim and proper. But good knife for 25 bucks if you need a knife real quick, full flat grind and all that stuff. So you can check that out in your local stores. I'm pretty sure you can find it. You get it online. They have two other versions. They have a black carbon fiber that has a rubberized side on here, with a carbon fiber design. It's all blacked out. Blade's black, and they have a non-coated one, which is a stainless coating. Stainless. It has kind of a satin finish done on it, on the entire blade. So you can check those out through Buck's website, buckknives.com. But that's me, guys. I'm out. I just thought this would be something to share. Sorry it's long, but it's a knife video. Alright, guys. See ya. And next knife to see coming. So I can say I had it out first before what's his face. Just now about to do a review on it. Is the CRKT Ripple, and it's a cool looking knife. So I can't wait for it to get here and try it out for a few days. Alright, guys. Peace.